I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. First up, the Santa Fe National Forest has issued a partial closure ending camping in the headquarters well area just to the west of Santa Fe, New Mexico. The closure began on June 21st and is effective through December 31st of 2025 unless otherwise rescinded. The Forest Service says that the purpose of the closure is to prevent further resource damage caused by an increase in uncontrolled long-term camping activities, along with vandalism and trash dumping. The closure prohibits camping or even being in the area after sundown or before sunrise. On June 18th, the San Benito County Board of Supervisors unanimously approved a new land use ordinance that allows rural landowners to host small-scale camping on their properties. This is the county that Pinnacles National Park resides in, east of Monterey and south of San Jose. This is essentially legalizing programs like Harvest Host, Boondockers Welcome, and Hip Camp, which have been a bit of a concern in the area, especially with local residents who fear human-caused wildfires, which can often originate at campsites. The folks at private land campsite booking platform Hip Camp are applauding the decisions, saying in a release that camping on private land provides a much-needed diversification opportunity for farmers and ranchers across California who have been impacted by the rising costs associated with agricultural inputs and land ownership. Rural recreation helps farmers and ranchers stay economically viable. Of the 1.9 million U.S. farms estimated in the 2022 Census of Agriculture, 1.5% only reported being engaged in agritourism, and 6% had direct-to-consumer offerings. Data shows these activities are a significant source of income, accounting for combined receipts of more than $4.5 billion in 2022. San Benito County partnered closely with local landowners, Visit San Benito and Hip Camp to create this new land use policy, but it wasn't without dissent from other local residents. I expect we're going to see more of this going forward as camping costs continue to rise at commercial campgrounds. Programs like this have become more and more popular, but like Airbnb, they are sort of in a legal gray area where sites aren't licensed businesses, they're not paying lodging taxes, they're not zoned for camping, or maybe they don't meet code requirements for camping. We've started to see more and more places where these issues are coming to a head. And another issue that feeds into that conflict significantly is the rise of so-called anti-camping ordinances that have been enacted around the country in an attempt to deal with homelessness. There are hundreds of stories each week on this, and I don't really cover it very much because it's not about recreational camping, but the Supreme Court just ruled that these laws are constitutional in the Grants Pass case, where they ruled 6-3 along party lines that barring people from camping in public places does not amount to cruel and unusual punishment under the Eighth Amendment. You can make your own decisions about these laws, but I bring it up because, as I've said many times before, some of them are written in such a way that effectively bans recreational types of urban camping, like overnighting at a Walmart, a rest area, or even in a friend's driveway. I think there are some unintended consequences to some of these laws, and I'm only cautioning that the text of them be considered carefully as they continue to be enacted across the country, particularly out in the West. More in a moment, but first, this video is sponsored by our friends at RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding, who for the month of July are offering 30% off mattresses. You can get all sorts of sizes of mattresses to fit your RV, whether it's the RV king or queen or that weird not so wide king that's almost king-like that I don't even know why it exists. All different bunk sizes, different thicknesses of mattresses. So if you have a cabinet door that opens or closes over your mattress, or you've got a slide, like a closet slide that closes over your mattress, and you need to make sure it's not too thick, you can deal with all that sort of stuff over at RVmattress.com, where you can browse their collection of different sizes, thicknesses, and qualities of mattresses. We have mattresses from RVmattress.com in both of our RVs and in our house. They're real mattresses from a real mattress company. They're made in their factory in Arizona. They have a 120-night sleep trial, and they're just really great. Don't skimp on the mattress in your RV. The mattress that comes with most RVs, especially the lower end ones, is really just there to show off what it looks like with a mattress in it. They expect that you'll go buy a mattress, and you should. Get a good night's sleep in your RV. It's why you bought one in the first place. RVmattress.com/RVmiles with the code RVmiles gets you 30% off in the month of July. Several North Dakota state parks are set to get utilities upgrades this fall. Starting September 9th, there will be reduced campsite availability at Fort Lincoln, Lewis and Clark, Graham's Island, and Lake Metagoshi? I don't know if I'm saying that right, sorry, state parks. Utility workers will upgrade many sites from 20 and 30 amp to include 50 amp power, and individual water hydrants will also be added to select campsites where perhaps they already had shared hydrants between several campsites. If you haven't been to North Dakota state parks, the ones I've been to are great. Officials with the Loveland, Colorado Fire Rescue Authority say a large RV was recovered from the river in the Big Thompson Canyon. According to the agency, Engine 47 and the Canyon Battalion responded to a vehicle accident involving a large RV on West Highway 34 in the Big Thompson Canyon just before 2 p.m. on Saturday. The RV fell approximately 75 feet down the embankment and into the river. The driver was able to escape unscathed. It took a total of 6 hours to get the RV out of the water, according to the Loveland Fire Rescue Authority. Gigi Stetler, the owner of Broward County, Florida RV dealership Planet RV, was arrested Wednesday night after being accused of not paying the state nearly $500,000 in vehicle sales tax collected from RV sales from the customers, according to a report in the Miami Herald. Investigators allege that Stetler was fully aware of the taxes owed and failed to appear at any interviews. She faces a first-degree felony charge for theft of state funds. As of Thursday afternoon, Stetler was still booked into the North Broward Bureau Detention Center. Stetler currently also is the target of separate lawsuits claiming her businesses have failed to pay back a bank loan and breached an RV purchase agreement. She also this month filed suit against the owner of a property she was renting to do business. We've talked about Gigi in the past on the news several times. In fact, I think we had her on the podcast once. Her dealership burned down in March of 2021 in a devastating fire, and she's pretty well known for going toe-to-toe with Camping World CEO Marcus Lemonis. Back in 2021, Camping World's Good Sam Club filed a lawsuit against Stetler for starting a new social network for RVers dubbed the Good Samaritan Club under her RV Advisor brand. Stetler's adversarial relationship with Lemonis goes back even further, though, to a 2009 incident in which she says Camping World conspired with an equestrian festival to damage her business. In the years since, Stetler has been an outspoken critic of Lemonis and Camping World, issuing many press releases documenting her legal battles with him. In 2020, she went as far as establishing the website victimsofmarcuslemonis.com to collect stories from people who have had negative experiences with Camping World businesses and with Lemonis himself as a part of his CNBC TV series, The Prophet. Alliance RV has introduced a new ultralight series of its Delta travel trailers. There's only one floor plan so far, the 234RK, a rear kitchen couples floor plan. Ultralight trailers are generally aiming to hit the SUV and half-ton truck market. The 234RK has a dry weight of 5,600 pounds and is under 28 feet. The gross vehicle weight isn't available yet, but you're probably going to look at a vehicle that can tow at least 7,500 pounds for this unit. Personally, I'd be looking at a half-ton truck with at least like 8,000 pounds of towing capacity. But it's cool to see Alliance stepping into the ultralight market, though I would say this is kind of on the high end of ultralight. Ultralights tend to have lower build quality and creature comforts, but Alliance says they went the extra mile to avoid too many compromises. And of course, ultralights are also generally more affordable. This is kind of a cool floor plan, I think. The kitchen being tucked along the back wall gives you a huge living space for such a small trailer. RV air conditioner manufacturer Truma has announced that beginning shortly, they will integrate Soft Start USA's technology into their Truma Aventa systems. Soft Starts sharply reduce startup inrush current, which allows air conditioners to be used on smaller generators or off of inverters on lithium battery systems. You used to have to open up your air conditioner and install this yourself, so it's cool to see it coming already loaded into the air conditioner. Truma is offering both end users and RV manufacturers the option to purchase the Aventa Eco or Comfort with a Soft Start RV unit pre-installed directly through Truma. The Soft Start installation is customized specifically to the Aventa, and since it's installed by Truma, it complies with Truma's warranty terms. In addition, existing Truma Aventa owners may purchase a Soft Start upgrade through a Truma service facility or Truma mobile technician. So it doesn't sound like all Aventas will have a Soft Start, only if the RV manufacturer orders it that way. J.D. Power has released its initial quality survey results for 2024, and Ram trucks have topped all other vehicle manufacturers with the least problems during the first 90 days of ownership. To be fair, other truck manufacturers like Ford and Chevy have to include all of their vehicles for consideration in the list, whereas Ram only makes trucks and work vans, vehicles that tend to have heavier duty parts. But still, it's a big win for Ram in a year when all vehicles really are dropping in quality. J.D. Power's initial quality study, now in its 38th year, asks new vehicle buyers to log the problems that they experienced during the first 90 days that they own their car. Researchers then give each vehicle brand a score expressed in the number of problems per 100 vehicles. Last year, buyers cited an average of 192. So that means among 100 vehicles sold, there were 192 issues. This year, it's up a bit at 195. Or said another way, every new vehicle you buy is likely to have 2 issues in the first 90 days. J.D. Power says that nearly every brand performed worse in 2024 than 2023, but Ram earned the best overall score with 149. Chevy came in second on the list with a 160, and Ford came in ninth with a 179. In other Ram news, Mopar Insiders is reporting that Ram will move from a 2 diesel engine strategy in its heavy-duty trucks to just one option. For years, Ram has offered both a standard output Cummins turbo diesel on the Ram 2500 and 3500 and a high output variant only available on the 3500. Mopar Insider cites Ram sources that say the new diesel power plant will surpass the performance metrics of the current high output variant with more power and torque, and it will be the only option available, meaning you won't have to step up to a 3500 to get the engine. The new Rams will also be fitted with the new ZF Powerline 8-speed automatic transmission. The standard gas engine for the Ram 2500 and 3500 will remain the 6.4-liter Hemi V8. These should be announced officially very, very soon. We should, in fact, be seeing a lot of heavy-duty truck news very soon as we get close to sort of model year changeover stuff. Finally, with Independence Day upon us, a reminder, if you're going out camping, that using or bringing fireworks onto federal lands is illegal. Use them at home, be fire safe, and let the folks who have escaped to the wilderness have their peace and quiet. That's it for this week's RV and camping news. If you like what we do here, consider joining our Mile Marker paid support community for $7 a month or $70 a year. You get additional podcast episodes, a subscription to RV Today magazine, and more. Find the info down in the description. Thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll see you next time.